You know, kind of one of the themes that we've heard so far this year, starting at Apex, was the South is rising again. You know, we saw players like PPMD, like Soft, like Cobalt, all finish top 8, and they're a region that's often underrepresented and not spoken about too much. PPMD, of course, taking first. Soft coming out of nowhere, getting top 8, and Cobalt, who's been respected for years, is trying to make his way through the open bracket. The South has to fight right now because we have Georgia's very own Soft, North Carolina's own PPMD.
Let's get into it. These poor guys had to listen to us talk about this for the past 15 minutes. Now we get to see them play the game.
Definitely, and you know, we know that both these guys have tons of matchup practice against each other's mains.
Sure.
PPMD has done a fantastic job with sets over time against Hungrybox. And of course, Soft with guys like Chops, Shiz, so on and so forth. But game 1 on Final Destination.
We're live, get into it, let's do it. Oh wow, look at that. Soft drawing first blood coming out strong.
Yeah, he's really trying to just get him there, not let PP really get that laser game started and keep him grounded. But PP, of course, is going to just try and beat him, stay underneath him, and draw a lot of aerials just to get these trades out.
Sure, and if he spaces those aerials, that's real tough for that puck to get around, and we saw that for that first 83%.
Definitely.
Whoa, I love that. I love when Falco's down there spikes from not over the ledge. They get spiked in an angle like that, and that to me is more satisfying.
Yeah, because you definitely have to know, how far you are. That could have been a roll into a rest. Soft's definitely standing there waiting for it, but I think he just wanted to go for a safer option with the next smash. I do not blame him for it.
Certainly what I was looking for. All right, we get a chance. Excellent choice with the down smash.
And that down smash is
even stocks.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to tech as well. And it reaches underneath the ledge as well, so it's always a really solid option. I'm surprised we don't see as many pucks go for it.
Well, she's got those tiny little legs you'd never guess.
Wow. Speaking of legs.
Yeah, speaking of legs. Yeah, Falco's got those boots. Are real strong. PPMD using the forward air as he is, a trademark might be a little strong, but he loves that forward air and it is stylish when he does it.
Yeah, I think he's definitely one of the people that is known for putting that forward air into more prominence in the Falco moveset.
For sure, he's pushed its use.
And charging the down smash, expecting Salt to try and poke at him with an aerial, invincibility on the feet. Good stuff from him.
Just kick, 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 kick. Now that you said it, I can't stop seeing it. Kick,
That's
kick,
all he's
kick,
doing
kick.
right now. I mean,
That's
he's just stepping all over him.
Soft taking his time getting back. He has that luxury and it pays off for him. I like that.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still playing from behind, so.
The up throw, and he gets a chance for ledge guard and a little bit of a carry. Not quite going to do it, but still in control at this moment. F-Smash can send PPMD way out the side of the stage. That's going to be a KO. 2 stocks to 1, but Soft is ready to go.
Soft has pretty much turned this around really quickly. Get rid of this stock ASAP. Not going to happen.
That's going to do it. A technical 3 or a JV 3, as some folks call it, depending on which era of Smash you come from. Isn't that fantastic? We've been around so long, and there are several different eras. Not of when we used to play this game. I'm talking about this game.
Right.
Exciting. 10 more years, 6 seasons in the movie. Going into game 2, we're now at Dreamland, a much better stage for the Jigglypuff. Let's see how it pays off for Soft.
However, of course, PPMD is getting that top platform into play. A bit more room to run around if he wants to go back to that laser game that he was using semi-effectively at first, then decided that he just wanted to just pressure him with actual normals and hitboxes instead of pulling the gun out.
What I'm saying is PPMD is a player who consistently respects his opponents, right? Even though he's certainly a skill tier above Soft, he's not goofing around. He's not going to style on him. He's playing his absolute best. He does dash dances, those lasers. He's playing careful and deliberate and determined.
Tons of mix-ups. I mean, you never know what he's going to approach with. We always see him going for a lot of those forward airs in the floaty matchups, down airs to continue the pressure, a lot of empty jumps as well into grabs, which I think is one thing that he is really confident with in this Puff matchup. Get her above her.
Another down air spike. We're going to see 4 stocks to 2. This match is heavily in PPMD's favor.
The way that PPMD plays this matchup, it's no question that why people used to think that, Falco was the underdog in this matchup. But now when you see how he has been able to just advance this matchup after years of playing Hungrybox, it's evened out a lot more in most people's eyes.
The key is in the spacing. Watch where the Falco puts himself. And for those unsure of what that means, it's not so much about spacing the hits, although it is, but it's more so about spacing your body. Where is my body in relation to my opponent's body, and how does that set up various different combos, maneuvers?
He's always so just cautious with where he is, where his positional advantage lies. So when he's below the puck, he is doing everything he can to just rack up damage.
It is PPMD putting on the pressure, Soft going for the shield, PP seeing that, catching him in his shield, catching him hiding, so to speak, grabs him out of it. Wow, the Torby almost spikes. Soft able to live, but he's in a chance to be intercepted. Able to get back, excellent Soft with the control. And get boots.
PPMD is looking for a 4 stock.
That'll be our first 4 stock of the tournament, I believe. We almost saw one. Excellent. No, second 4 stock. We did see a 4 stock yesterday, but congrats PPMD for a solid game 2.
I think that was a bit more than solid. That was an exclamation point.
Solid is what you might call a euphemism. The word I want to use, I can't say because we're being broadcast to a lot of people. The sponsors wouldn't like it.
Thank you, sponsors.
Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, money. All right, players tussling in the middle, and again, that Falco, proper spacing, not being hit, not taking much damage.
You know, and the FOD counter pick, I mean, he definitely wants a bit less room. He wants to get up close with PPMD, but it's not paying off too far. PP is really, he's happy to be in it as close as he is because he's winning the neutral. The punishes are near perfect.
It's true. And if I'm a competitor and I'm playing and I'm outmatched, just really speaking to skill, I want to introduce an element of randomness.
Yes.
I want to play a level like this, which is a little bit of difference. You've got the rising and falling platforms. It's small. Things can get a little crazy. And back at the last time Smash was on the MLG circuit, about 8 years ago, we had a bunch of crazy stages on, and you'd go there to mix up your opponent. You go to Mute City. You
go to Brinstar.
Brinstar, DK64. We don't
Rainbow
have those
Cruise,
options
yeah.
anymore. Now it's just the neutrals. I think we're better for it, but this is probably the closest you can get this in perhaps Pokemon Stadium to introducing something of an element of randomness to it.
And of course, you know, when you're a space animal and you're wondering about your tech skill, dealing with these platform heights consistently changing might just be enough to throw off an L cancel.
For sure. The fastball is incredibly difficult. And again, that's a maneuver which name makes it sound easy, a fast fall, but you've got to press that stick at exactly the right time. I'm talking frame perfect right time to get the right kind of fast fall, and then your L cancel will get affected by the rhythm, especially if you work off of muscle memory as opposed to watching what your character's doing. So that's why those different platform heights can be an issue that you're talking about. And similar to wanting a stage that might introduce an element of randomness, again, if I'm coming from under, from behind, now's the time to try my desperate maneuvers, to go for more rest perhaps.
Honestly, this is reminiscent of the World Cup right now.
Tell us.
I'm just seeing this ball getting kicked into goal after goal after goal.
Do you want to liken the players to countries, or pass up that opportunity?
Yeah.
Too easy, right? A little obvious. I'm with you, Prague. Okay, maybe a wee bit of styling.
Tad bit.
Tad bit. That's okay. We'd like to see it. It's for the fans. PPMD has those fans. Looking for the shine to kill that pup off the top, which we did see a little bit yesterday.
Yep. And on a high sailing stage like this one, definitely is plausible, but everyone's fishing for grabs, no one's getting them.
That'll do
set.
it. That's a swift 3-0, and the tournament advances.
You know,
Let's see what we have on deck. Let me grab the schedule here, Prague. Saturday, June 21st, that's us.
Yes.
Muji King versus Hax. Yowza. Get excited. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. Quick commercial break. We'll be right back.